Now, this is a challenge that I've seen a few times in the comments, and when planning it and when recording it, I thought this would be something nice, simple and fun. A nice, simple and fun video, you know? Something to be quite quick. So, they asked the question, can you beat Fallout New Vegas as a sheriff? I feel like at this point I'm making videos morely based on just trying weapons that I don't get that big of a chance to pick. You'll notice a name here, let me know if you know what that means. I picked the thing that is closest to a sheriff. I pretty much just put all my stuff into a gun build, and I used fast shot, which I think was a mistake. Now you'll see here I'm stealing the 357 Magnum from Trudy. I used the old Silver Rush technique, hide in the bathroom, get that gun, take out the bottles, can able to do the Ghost Town gunfight quest pretty easy. Now, like I said at the start of this video, this is more of an excuse on what kind of weapons to use, different types of weapons, and I don't really ever use, you know, stuff like this, you know, the revolvers and the repeaters and all the lever actions. Something you might have noticed is that the sheriff wasn't in his bed. I actually, from taking out Joe Cobb all the way up to this point here where I get the lucky revolver from outside the prim. Also, by the way, if you didn't know, if you can get yourself to 75 lockpick, you can get a special 357 Magnum in prim. It's called Lucky, and it's a pretty sweet looking gun. I really like the design. But back to the point I was making, you'll notice that the Ghost Town gunfight and taking back prim, there's no recording. I don't know what happened. I completely just messed it up. I think I lost it or I forgot to hit record, so that whole middle section I've had to present in drawing form, as you'll see here. There's good springs, that's me, that's sheriff, that's the 356 Magnum, that's me taking out that's the powder gangers, they're in blue. I then walk to prim, get to Vicky and Vance, I then shoot the rest of the convicts, and I meet up with my one true love, old Slim Prim, and that's it. This as a playthrough was nice. It was nice and relaxing. I got to take out all these powder gangers, and I thought, well, I better take out the correctional facility, as there's only two true sheriffs in New Vegas. That's me and Prim Slim, and Myers is not allowed to survive. And you know, in for a penny, in for a pound, I decided to take out the rest of all the powder gangers in here. And this was surprisingly a difficult fight. I forgot that Eddie has a plasma pistol, and that can really burn through your health at this stage. I think I died here a couple times. You can see here on this run, I pretty much had to hang out at the start of the area, hide in, jump in throughout the doors, and slowly take them up one by one, and then get Eddie as a one-on-one fight. You'll see there, I started using reloading benches. I've never used them before. I kind of played with them a little bit, but I found myself always running out of 357 ammo. And yeah, I didn't know that you could just take all your ammo, break it all down, and just make as much as you like. And I use that fresh ammo to take out Oliver Swang, as I always do. Now, as a sheriff character, and like as these playthroughs are, they're kind of character based, I thought the sheriff would always protect any town that he came to. So stuff like Prim, I've saved Prim. Something like Nipton, well, Nipton's been, you know, some old rustlers have came in and really messed with it, so I had to come in here, step in, and avenge the city. And I did the same for Novac as well. Now you'll see here, I took that gun. I have never really used that gun, and I thought, well, it is a revolver technically, so I thought this would be a good opportunity to give it a go. And like I said, as the sheriff of Novac, I've got to, you know, protect this town, and that involves getting myself idolized. Well, I get myself idolized with as many as I can without wasting hours of gameplay. But settling Novac's actually quite fun. I haven't done this quest here, going to RepCon, for probably a good few. I haven't done it for any of the challenges before. You never have to come out here if you know where to go. If you know how to get to Strip, there's no reason to complete any of the RepCon stuff unless you want to get idolized. But as you can see here, I've headed down taking out those Nipton. A lot easier than I remember. I think my first couple playthroughs of this game, I always struggled down here, but having all the 357 Magnum ammo, it's a lot easier than I remember. And I forgot that Davidson here actually has a bumper sword. It makes me kind of think about maybe a different type of playthrough. Something to do with a bumper sword. If anyone's got any good suggestions, please let me know. But as you can see here, I've already taken out them all, so I could go speak to Jason Bright, head down and get the quest to help them launch off. 500 cats for old lady gives them to get that first module. Luckily the rocket souvenirs are easy to steal, and I give him all the Chris. I convince him that his life is a lie, and send those rockets off to the great beyond. You know, they get their happy ending, but I ruin all Chris's life in the end. Get idolized by Novac and start heading off towards Camp Forlorn Hope. Now I'm sure you guys know why I've come to Camp Forlorn Hope. Now, this quest here is one of the worst quests ever, having to go speak to all the ranger stations. But if you guys have already guessed what I'm doing, leave it in the comments below. While I'm here, I decided to do some of the quests around the camp, help Dr. Richards and such, and then start making my way out to all the comm officers. While I'm there, I decided to mark Hoover Dam on the map, and decided to go sort out the stuff in Boulder City. Because, you know, I'm the sheriff. These guys shot the sheriff, but they forgot to shoot my deputy, which is also me. Yeah. Anyway, it results in me shooting them back. Tit for tat. I think that's only fair. And I save all those the NCR soldiers, you know, as a true sheriff would. Now here I get ambushed by some Legion assassins, but luckily that results in me getting my first 44 Magnum, which is nice. I'm still moving along, taking out all the comm stations, and here I just get absolutely bullied by some bighorners. I in all my time I have never been stun locked. Even with battles to Leggett, I have never been stun locked like this from bighorners. I seriously thought I was gonna die. You saw my health was pretty low, but as soon as I stood up, I just started spamming all of the stim packs because damn, I've never had a beat down like that before in all my New Vegas playthroughs. I get to Benny, take out the hunting revolver that I got at Repcom, and you know, put my accuracy right to the test. 4 bullets, 2 hits, that's something good. And I speak to Yes Man, as I feel like independent Vegas is the most fitting for a sheriff. You might have noticed there I was speaking to Tommy Torino, and if you guys know what weapon that quest will get me, please let me know down below. I get the cowboy perk, which I feel like is very fitting, especially for this character. After I get my 1,000 caps and all my caps for the snow globes, I decide to miss about 5 shots there against Mr. House. I really think the fast shots perk is not worth it. I know that for a cowboy it seems quite fitting, you know, quick draw, fast shot, but the amount of ammo I end up wasting just missing all the point blank shots. I mean, I do it before anyway, but as you guys saw there, I spoke to all the comm stations. I'm not going to show you guys me speaking to them again, there's no point. It wasted my time, I'm not going to waste yours. But what I do is I head over to Chief Hanlon to talk about all his misdoings. And if you didn't know, Chief Hanlon is played by Chris Christopherson, the country singer, which I love. But if you finish the quest and tell him that you're going to arrest him, he will end up deleting himself, which, you know, very sad. But it does end up you getting a Ranger Sequoia pistol very easily. And I'm sure as any of you guys have used the Ranger Sequoia, it is by far the best revolver in the game. I noticed that it's actually just a slightly bigger model than the Lucky pistol, but my god, it whaps a hell of a wallop, and I wanted to test that as soon as I can. And what better place for a sheriff to deal some, you know, cowboy justice than heading straight over to Gomorrah and I just start blasting. It's more or less a one shot to the head for all of them. When I meet up the Big Sal, I decided to use the lever action shotgun, which I was quite disappointed with in this playthrough. But no need to speak about that. I'm heading right over to the White Gloves because as a sheriff, I'm here to solve crimes. Well, not solve crimes, but I'm here to settle crimes and settle problems that happen in my old town. So I straight up to Gomorrah to help old Heck Gunderson. And what I do is I straight away get my weapons back with a stealth boy, steal them all back. And that pretty much sets me up to use my weapons all the way through this this mission, because there's nothing worse than having to use the crappy weapons you find around here. I steal all the keys from Mortimer, and once the white gloves come to try and kill me, checking on the investigator, yeah, it's nice having your own weapons for this point. And as you can see, the Sequoia, even though I'm missing every 2 shots, it only takes out 1 or 2 to take out a guy. Poor Chauncey gets taken out by an emo assassin, and I again provide my cowboy justice straight on his face. This gambler does not seem to have a problem with that. I mean, a huge gunfight just happened, and he's like, nope, I gotta get my sauna time in, and I'm getting it now. With that done, I decide to head down to the kitchen and speak to Philippe, and I forgot how funny the dialogue with Philippe is. You end up becoming his therapist, and it's a lot of fun. Just watching him kind of spin and toil with himself. I've luckily got high enough intelligence that I can cook the weird fake one. Convinced Ted to wait with me, and I want to do this quest properly and frame old Mortimer. Still have to be sneaky though. I've already set the food up, so I need to sneak out behind them and wait for Mortimer to... I forgot how long he talks here. It's a solid 3 minutes, I think. And yeah, I spoil Mortimer's party, let them all know what he's been up to, and hey, that top hat is pretty powerful, as he did not go down in 1 shot. Something that's really strange though, is that even though I complete the quest, I spoke to Marjorie. If you come back out this way, if you don't have a key for the other door, if this guy catches you, even though everyone's on your side now, the whole casino will still turn against you. It's almost as if everyone was on Mortimer's side except Marjorie. But we head over to the Lonesome Drifter. I've got enough barter now to get more or less one of my favourite weapons in this game. And if you guys haven't used the Mysterious Magnum, it pretty much comes with sound effects, and it's so much fun to use. Like, it almost makes you need to get the quick draw perk, because you never want to be carrying this weapon all the time. You want to be pulling it in and out as much as possible. But with that, I decided I'm going to start doing the main quest. Take out George. I think that's fair. He's trying to trick people and running into bombs. I feel like he needs to be brought to justice. Head straight up to Argyle, as I'm always putting stuff into medicine. Help all 3 of the patients. Get my rep up like that, and do the normal trick of go right to Jack. And I think at this point I've got about over 30 scrap metal, and that's enough to get my affiliation straight up to the top of the boomers. I don't have to go do any of the nonsense with the ants or repairing any of this. Oh god, it's just, the boomers can get very boring very quick. Anyway, I've raised the bomber, head straight down to Cottonwood Cove, and I feel like at this point it's a good stage to upgrade all the Securitrons, and what a better way to get there. Instead of being sneaky as a real sheriff would, I go in guns blazing. I go in bang bang. The good thing about doing all the NCR quests is that you'll notice that my ammo is pretty high at this point. As soon as you get, I think, liked or accepted by the NCR, you can go speak to Quartermaster Baron Barton. That's something like that. And you can, pretty much, he has, I think, 3,000 ammo for every gun, which is great. You'll notice there that the shotgun, man, the lever action shotgun, I am not a fan. I love the hunting shotgun, but the lever action one, I am just not skilled with it. Maybe it's something to do with fast shot, but I get a nice little VATS on that guy there, and notice that he is just doing push-ups while floating. Upgrade the Securitrons and continue to wipe out all of Caesar's Legion. You'll see here I use the usual trick, go in there, get everyone to aggro on me, run straight back out of the tent, and head down at the little spot by the cage. Now, I've used this a few times here. It feels like an exploit, but hey, as Todd Howard said, man, it just works. So they're all stuck up behind this post, and I thought, again, as Danny DeVito said, I'm just gonna start blasting. And Lucius is actually the last one to survive, which shows he really should be the legate, the true Caesar of the Legion. With all that stuff done, complete a few more NCR quests, decide that I'll take back, what's it called? Nelson. Take back Nelson as the sheriff of Nelson, and wipe out Dead Scene again. A little bit more better with the lever action there, but the revolvers are a lot funner to use. Heading over to the Great Cans, I decide that I'm going to do what I usually do. I've been siding with the Great Cans in a few of these playthroughs, but I felt like for this one, I mean, I shot 2 of their heads off already, and when I turn around, they've hardly even stood up. I mean, the Great Cans are truly sitting ducks. It's more of a nuisance than anything wiping them out than an actual challenge, because you can pretty much wipe them out in stages. I can wipe out this house, and by the time I go over to the next part, they have no hatred towards me. They always let you get the first shot. And I was able to get a trail carbine at this point as well, which was nice because I didn't do any gambling, so ammo was always, you know, something I had to worry about in caps. But I head straight into the Brotherhood, pull out the pistol, and again, as I've said many a time, I just start blasting. The Ranger Sequoia really makes quick work of the Brotherhood, which is nice, compared to some of these other playthroughs where I've had to really struggle and truly fight. I mean, my god, the Roman soldier being down here took me a very long time. But coming in this, I don't think I even died once. I think I just had to be very cautious of my health and just, again, get close enough, because fast shot, as I've said, really made it a struggle to take people out. But just back up, let them run into me, take out the Brotherhood, always blow them up just to make sure. Go speak to Yes Man and start getting the end of the game ready. Now at this point I've pretty much done all of Yes Man's stuff. The only thing that's left is going to the El Dorado substation and protecting Kimball. And I thought as a sheriff, yeah, I would protect. As a sheriff, I would protect their sheriff, the NCR sheriff, which is, you know, that's kind of like Kimball. It's the sheriff code, you know. I look out for them, they look out for me. Stuff like that, you know. I feel like as the sheriff, he doesn't hate the NCR. He just believes in independent Vegas, you know, so he can rule by himself as the lone sheriff. I'm already at the dam, and I feel like when you do the game like this, when you complete all the quests then speak, you don't go back and forth to whoever your siding faction is. It really makes the end of the game feel pretty quick. And you'll see here, the Ranger Sequoia, man, like 2 or 3 shots even to power armor troops. But as a sheriff, head in, turn on the station, you know, power my new town, so me and my posse can I don't think I've ever watched a proper cowboy movie. I don't think I have any idea what I'm talking about. I mean, the only real sheriff I know is like John Wayne, and not even like American John Wayne, like Jackie Chan John Wayne from Shanghai Nights and Shanghai Noon. That's the only John Wayne that I know. And my rambling aside, taking out these Praetorian guards, taking out Leggett. This was, again, one of the nice, simple, and easy ways of doing it. I mean, the first couple of VATs, I already took the Leggett down to his the second stage of his fight. And again, one more VATs and boom, I'm already back to meeting with General Oliver. I mean, that might be the quickest I've ever taken out the Leggett in one of these playthroughs. I'm trying to think back to other ones. Again, it's hard to say. I mean, I usually don't do it in the first attempt, so doing it in that attempt with about 10 shots was a very nice change of pace when it comes to these playthroughs. I feel like with these challenges, every now and then, I'll do something like the Roman soldier, which was difficult, and then every now and then I'm going to mix in something like this. A nice, simple, I mean, already speaking to Yes Man, a nice, simple playthrough, and answering the question, yes, you can beat Fallout New Vegas as a sheriff. I feel like that run was never quite in doubt, was it? Nice, simple, and to the point. A nice, fun playthrough. Using weapons I don't normally use. To be honest, I'm not a big fan of the 357 Magnums in this game. I don't like the sound of it, and I don't like how it reloads. It just feels too much. Like the gun looks like it's made of plastic to me. But when you use stuff like the Ranger Sequoia, something that a lot of playthroughs I never really get a chance to use because you usually get it so late on, was a lot of fun. Again, guys, thank you so much. If you made it this far, please like the video. Please subscribe as well. Leave a comment down below saying Cruz Torres. That will make someone very, very happy if you've got this far. But again, thank you guys. I had a lot of fun playing this one, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.